1999 states that no person shall be subjected to torture on inhuman or degrading treatment, while Section 34B provides that no person shall be held in slavery or servitude. The House aware that 1st of October 2021, some Nigerian youths assembled peacefully as guaranteed by Section 40 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, at Dantata Bridge, Airport Road, Abuja, to demand good governance, transparency, and end the menace of insecurity in the country. The House also aware that peaceful protests represent a policy feedback mechanism by which citizens express their discontent with government inhuman or degrading policies that subtract from their rights as national stakeholders. The House worried that a detachment of armed anti-riot policemen led by ASP Daniel arrived at Dantata Bridge and violently opened fire on the peaceful protesters to disperse them. The House concerned that some of the protesters were arrested by the officers of the Nigerian police force and beaten to stupor, while others chased into the bush in violation of Section 34A of the Constitution. The House also worried that 4 of the protesters were arrested and allegedly taken to Galadimawa Police Station, later moved to FCT Police Command, and today denied access to either their families or their lawyers. The House is disturbed that the Nigerian policemen, who are supposed to be protecting the lives and properties of innocent Nigerians, as well as enforcing the laws of the land as guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, are now in the habit of violating the rights and privileges of citizens. The House also disturbed that there have been a series of allegations of human rights violation, extrajudicial killings, intimidation, and harassment of Nigerians by some police officers. Some of these allegations triggered the EndSARS protest. The House is cognizant that if these excesses of police are not curtailed and erring officers called to order, it could lead to mass rebellion by the people against the government, hence the need for urgent investigation. The House therefore resolves to mandate the Committee on Police Affairs to investigate the allegations and interface with the leadership of the Nigerian Police Force for the immediate release of the 4 arrested innocent Nigerians and report back to the House within 4 weeks. I so move. On the 1st of October, some Nigerians assembled on Kubwa Road to make a simple, peaceful protest, just like what happened in Lagos, just to say that they want good governance, they want government to recognize them.
Where was this?
Along Kubwa.
Okay.
And of course, the police officers accosted them, and in the bit of that, most of them were badly beaten up and arrested. And the bad part of it is that since they were arrested, families have tried to even reach out to them, those that have been incarcerated, and it has been very difficult reaching them. Hence, this motion for the House Committee on Police Affairs to investigate it. I've removed prayer 1. I removed prayer 1 because you cannot condemn while you are asking for investigation. So what I'm asking is let the Committee on Police Affairs investigate it and come back to the House to tell us what actually happened.
Against this motion. And based on the facts, first, with the bedeviling issues across the country in terms of insecurity, and each time Nigerian police want to do their job, we have one regulation or the other to cow them down. He's coming from the Southeast, Your Excellency. He knows the effect of what IPOP today are doing. Burning police stations, doing things, killing people innocently. It's not different from what this one has taken place. I think he's very sure to tell exactly the association that's involved in this dastardly act. Your Excellency, I want to ask, does peaceful protest mean you destroying national infrastructure? By burning tires on the road, it means then They are weakening the strength of the structure nationally, and it should not be tolerated. If you carry a placard peacefully, go to the right place, but obstructing people who are out to go and look for their genuine means of livelihood, and you say it is human right. I don't know what that kind of human right is. I do not think that's what the objective and the tenets as we stand under the Convention of Human Rights. You can do your protest, but you do not have the right to obstruct other Nigerians from pursuing their national and other engagement. On that very fruit day, sir, I happened to suffer, among the Nigerians that suffered on that peaceful, on that route. Before that day, they were on the other route here along Mararaba, and everybody will tell you the kind of carnage, the kind of inconvenience they caused. Lives were lost as a result of what you call peaceful protests. And when people are called to account, we will be the same people here to come and defend people who are offending the laws, offending our country. I think that is not correct, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, this is coming from what they call share group. This thing happened coming direct from them. I fear, I don't want to associate with those who have good belief that most of these things that are happening, other people are interested in it in order to bring the government down. I think we should go to that level. We should allow the Nigerian police to do their job the way it should be done, and in the manner. If you want to do protest, go and protest in the manner prescribed. If you carry a placard, not to come and block people from the highway, come to the villa or come to the National Assembly where you have a square specially designated for that. Nobody will come to pursue you with either gun or gunpowder or whatever. I want to plead with my colleagues that we should not exacerbate the situation in the country. We should help the government to ensure what they are doing, we are able to bring security to the barest minimum in fractures across the country, irrespective of where it is happening. We should care for our life, we should care for the life of the common man, and we should care for the common man who is going out to do his business legitimately. We should not tolerate, we should not increase and exacerbate those who want to bring and pull down the country and government down.
Mr. Speaker, the motion by the minority leader of the House of Representatives is to call for an investigation against the arrest of some citizens and breach of rights. And these rights are guaranteed by the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, our laws and statutes guarantees due process in policing. And we are certainly seized of the fact that government has the coercive instrument to enforce the law. That is the Leviathan principle, where we surrender our rights to the state for them to do their job very well. That is why you can be arrested when you breach the law. But what the minority leader has asked for is an investigation of these allegations, and to be sure and certain that our citizens' rights are not violated. And if they, by any means, they have infracted on the law, they should be subject to due process and to serve the punishment. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it's very clear that, well, National Assembly has become fashionable for protests. But, Mr. Speaker, we cannot command every citizen to come to National Assembly in spite of its economic implications.
Honorable Obanikoro. Step down,
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it is the protests are made before areas where you are protesting against. If a situation arises in Kubwa, why not in Kubwa? The nation is the same. If a situation arises in Enugu, why not? But I don't think that ordinary protest can be weighted with people who carry out and levy out violence against Nigerians. When you kill policemen and you become Boko Haram in Sokoto, or you bomb police stations in the southeast Nigeria, or you do anything against the law in Middle Belt, Mr. Speaker, you should be liable and responsible. I do not know. I am not aware that protest at Kubwa, that any of them had arms. Protest by burning of tires, it offends the law. If they are breached it, they should be subject to due process of law and serve the punishment. But I think that it will not be tolerable to allow citizens. Our law is very clear. You cannot be detained more than 48 hours. And you are taken to court. They should say that the undue detention is what prompts this type of reaction. Because when you don't give them their rights of fair trial and fair hearing, they now begin to seek alternative means to react against government. We have been very fair to the police here. Police Act, even the current one that is going on, and even Police Trust Fund. We are friends of the police. But we must hold our law enforcement agencies to account as the same way we hold our citizens. So I think this motion is in all fours with the expectations and duties of Parliament to investigate things, allegations, to establish whether it is true or not, and to make sure that our agencies are doing their job.